Howdy, folks. WindyCityThetanWatch here. We're at the LaSalle Street Station. I've just gotten off the train. I expect to see Trashy down here soon. Hopefully you can hear me. Trying to figure out the etiquette of, do I wait for Trashy or do I go close the blinds? Howdy, I see we've got somebody in the chat. Can you just make sure that I've got sound here? I think I do. And we are nighttime Chicago. I'm on the telephoto lens, the Chicago Library over there. And also, if you're on a desktop, if you could hop over to Trashy's channel. I just kind of want to see where he's at right now. It's a beautiful night. We've had right at freezing for the last week. Tonight is a beautiful night. Hey, Fuzz. Do you happen to know where Trashy's at right now? Like, is he off the train or is he still on the train? And I know if you're on a phone, it'll be almost impossible to tell, but we'll check. And just so we're clear, I'm on Trashy's coattails tonight. It is a beautiful night out here, mid 60s right now. Feels great. Get across the street here. I'm gonna go check the back door. Oh, look, I saw a vest down there. Okay, so he's probably 15 minutes behind me. Now I need to know, what's the proper etiquette? Do I have to wait for him or can I go close the doors? I'm sorry, go close the shades. Yeah, the alley's empty. I'm on the telephoto today. Not sure how well that'll work at night. I might have to change back to the wide angle. Thanks, Fuzzy. Well, I can see there's a sandwich board out, but that sandwich board is probably Paisans. I've yet to see the Scientology sidewalk sandwich boards out on the sidewalk. Tell you what, we'll go by, but I'll walk past. I won't linger, and I won't cause alarm for him yet. Hopefully the lighting's okay here tonight. See the imprint building there. All the shine, the big balconies up on that 20th floor-ish. There's a bicycle out in front here. The doors are open. But like I said, I'll slide by. Let's see if my, yeah, I put a ticket in here earlier, and I don't know if you'll still see it, but the admit one to Dianetics. All right, so I don't feel bad. The shades were already down. The good news is at night, oh, you can see through there pretty well too, I think. Right, so there's nobody in this aisle. Got a couple of people in this aisle. Oh, here comes DoorTech. I agree. Chicago's awesome, except for our new neighbors. And I guess they're really not our new neighbors. They've been our neighbors for a while. Yeah. So that was the same security guard, and yep, staff let him know, hey, can you go get that closed for me? If we look over here, you can see this is the cafeteria, and I think you can see a couple of profile heads in there. There's what, three? I think there's 3 people in there. There are 2 people plus security at the desk. Not really sure what they're looking for there. See anybody else in the cafeteria? No. Their location is terrible. It is a pretty night out tonight. I did bring the, I don't know, oh, this is, oh, I need longer arms for this telephoto. I've got the Aftermath sign tonight. Here we see staff are leaving. They're going to head over to Imprint, stack in 9 deep into their apartment. Let's watch her head into 717. And yep, gonna go get close to 8 of my closest roommates. Sorry. The other side, well, the wings on the sign have some of the ex-Scientologists: Nora, Liz, Gail, Laura FM, Natalie, Serge, Mike Brown. And then on the inside of the sign, we've got, did you have a good day at the cult? Care to let us know what's good about the church? We're more than happy to listen. L. Ron didn't teach you how to communicate very well? I was here this afternoon, and this afternoon, I just before I came out tonight, I re-timestamped that one, so you should be able to see all of the interesting elements, or you'll be able to get there quicker. But there is the Scientology sign. Howdy. Let me just lay it flat so you can see it a little bit easier. I might end up going to the wide angle just so we can see a little bit more, but there's the sign that we've got tonight. Our new neighbors, child traffickers. I am going to switch the camera real quick. Good day at the cult? Got your TRs in? You've got a big audience. Do you want to talk to them? No, the church wants to hide. Yep. I don't know. I don't know how to handle this if I'm out there, but oh, that might be another way to see the sign. So I've just got it locked between the legs for now so that people can see it. Hi, Allie. Hi, Lavender. And yeah, Fuzzy, she had hustle. I was really impressed with her. Yes, I will agree that I was 3 minutes late. I thought I'd be 5 minutes late. But I did get here. And when we got here, the shades were already down. The door was open. We were able to close the door. We've seen a couple of the staffers come out. Great day at the cult. Yep. So just letting people at least see the sign today. Be nice to have Trashy here. Ellie, thanks for showing up. I know you're pulling double duty. I did put timestamps on the afternoon episode, so you can jump ahead to right where I got the blinds came down, the door was shut. We found the one staff member trying to sneak around back, but I was able to catch her. Then we found the people giving out flyers. They thought they could get across the street quicker than me. They couldn't. Then I found a ticket on the ground for free admittance. Pretty comfortable. It's free admittance for everybody but me. And I came back over here, and it's still in the garbage can where I left it earlier today. I don't know if you can see through the plastic bottle. You can see the Dianetics ticket. Ellie, if you have links to either of the two chats that you did this morning, and I don't know if one of them was, and this afternoon, I don't know if one of them was themed differently than the other. I sat in on both of them, and I'll tell everybody, if you're looking to help in the realm of mods, or if you're looking for mods, it was a great education. Like I definitely learned things. I don't know much about this YouTube. Ellie has helped me a lot through email, but I thought that the live that they did earlier today with Gen Wow and a couple other mods was very enlightening. It was good to understand what they go through and some of the ethics and protocols that they observe. Hey, Jen. I see you too. Good evening, Fluffer. Again, well, some of the staff has left, but there's, you can see a staff person behind the counter in there. At nighttime, you can see through these shades pretty well, I think. At least I can see through the shades pretty well. And then you've got somebody sitting at this close table, looks like they're peeling an orange. The bearded fella back here is the Blue Star Security fella talking to an admin at the desk. Good to see all of you. Although for a while I was like, okay, what's gutsy? I don't get that. But I eventually put all the letters together. Today I have the trifold sign. So on the one side we've got the aftermath information. And it looks like we're pretty darn close to seeing the SPTV Foundation. So I'll get a new sign for that as well. And maybe I'll put Aaron's name in the right order, because on my sign I've got Aaron Levin-Smith. Good to see you, Michael. And Jen. And Fluffer. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate anybody who likes. If you're on the replay crew, definitely add comments. I think that it does help the algorithm. And again, I want as many people as possible to be aware of the channel. We've got, I think I saw 800 subscribers, which I'm flabbergasted by that. 800 of my closest strangers. So yeah, today's a three-peat day. I was on the train home when I saw Trashy scheduled his meeting, or his live, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go spend some time with Trashy. And one of the things that I think it gives us a big advantage on is that I don't know if the same things happen at night that happen during the day, but they won't be able to sneak out the back because we can cover both doors with two people. And he's just as mobile as I assume he's on skateboard. He's just as mobile as I am getting around. I'll say, you know, I love the colors in the camera. I love the lights that are being bright. For those of you just joining, I have the Crimes of Scientology side on this side. And then on the other side, we've got the aftermath information down the middle, and then some of the successful people that have left Scientology and have very fruitful, satisfactory lives. Up. I see somebody's got their duffel bag ready, so somebody's coming out. Somebody just hustled into the kitchen. Boy, this is much more enjoyable at night. I can see, the blinds don't really do them any good in here. Excellent. Thank you, Jen. Like, can you see into the cafeteria? Oh, see there's a young boy back there, two young boys, right? One of them's got to be just barely taller than the tables, and probably a mom. And then I'm guessing a teenager back there. Sadly probably coming down off of a nice and high. Interesting. I see a suit over there, but that's crossing the street right now. And suits just aren't altogether common in this neighborhood, but it could be staff and it could be anybody else. I did call the fire marshal today. I'm expecting an answer back. Nobody was able to talk to me, so they're trying to find somebody who can give me some information on how I might report the idea that there's too many people living in some of those residences. I very much doubt that there'll be any action, but let's document our attempts, make sure everything's on the record. This is their scan code. You can see the dark element here. This is their QR code for Are You Curious? And then I can't quite see I can't quite. Oh, hello, puppies. Can't quite see the other sandwich board in there. It was fun having her yesterday. Her and Freezy new project. They're all home safely. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Very well.
I'm Scientology.
Hi, Windy City.
Windy City, nice
Very
to
nice. I missed you by that much last night.
I know. You were out here, huh?
Yeah.
You're one of the first to do it out here, huh?
I think. Well, Trashy was definitely the first one, and then Shannon. I think I was the first one down here.
Okay, yeah. Well, you're one of the staple names.
Hopefully, yes.
Nice. Glad I'm finally able to meet you.
Yes, as you as well. So far, the blinds were down when we got here. The doors were open. It's very funny. They now tell the security guard to close the doors. They don't close the doors themselves.
When you say close the doors, what do you mean?
So these doors are open usually.
Meaning, like, if I was to open it now, it's locked?
Oh no, they were open as in you could walk in without, the doors would have been wide open and you could have just walked in.
Okay.
Usually they don't lock this one. I would say I'd say it's 50-50 on this door. That one, 100% of the time it's locked down there.
Interesting, yeah. Was the blinds open when you first
No.
got here?
No.
So they were prepared for us.
I'm wondering if they're subscribers or if they've got notifications. But one thing I do like about nighttime is you can see straight through here, so it doesn't matter that there's blinds.
They can't see us, right?
Oh, I don't know that. Oh,
Well,
you know what? That
told.
makes sense because you're right. It's light on that side, so it's going to reflect back. The light's going to reflect back at them.
Someone said just turn your speaker off in the mic settings. I don't know how to do that, guys. I'm getting feedback.
Oh.
I don't know how
Oh, are you getting it from me?
that?
The only thing not. So
Can you hear me?
I can't, and I'm not hearing you. Oh, turn your volume down.
That's what it is?
I think that's possibly what it is.
I turned my volume all the way down, so hopefully maybe I don't.
Door-to-door service. Good day at the cult? Do you have a good time protecting the child rapist? Ah, there's the suit that was walking across the street. The chariot has arrived. So, hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I don't know if we've met before. Hey, Trash, what's up?
What's up?
Windy City?
Severe reality adjustments.
How you doing, Severe? Good to see you.
Hello.
Scientology. Nice to meet you.
Severe reality adjustment.
Okay, severe reality adjustment.
Yeah, YouTube.
So,
On YouTube.
Yeah.
I did not steal your thunder. The blinds were closed when I got here.
Oh, no, yeah.
But the door did. I was able to get the door closed.
I literally saw you on the train, and I saw you.
He takes the train to the far. Do you guys come Ogilvy or Union? Yeah. So the farthest you come by train, and still it's the farthest away. Did you have somebody? My understanding is you're the one that found out that they're in imprint and they're 9 deep.
Yeah.
I want to see if we can get to a fire marshal and talk to that.
Okay.
So if you know which was it, did you get it on video?
Yeah, I got the guy talking about it on video. Yeah, it's on video. I haven't
Okay.
seen it in my camera.
Cool. Nice.
So yeah, he might honestly come out here tonight. Like he said, if he sees us out here, he'll try and come out. So.
Very nice.
Yeah, he came over to us like 4 or 5 times to hang out. So.
That's awesome.
And once again, your name is
Windy City Thetan.
Okay, guys. This is
Windy City Thetan.
There's like 6 to 9 Scientologists living in like a single room.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys
apartment
remember last
together.
time we were here on
Wow. In that building?
Saturday.
Not even
And-
the building that they own?
Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask Jen and Ellie if you guys have a link to what is it?
Severe reality adjustment.
Severe reality adjustment. If you can throw a link up, and I'll share my 8 people with your 8 people.
Cool. Hey, I got 4. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys remember last time we were here, the guy that lives in this building came down and talked to us.
There's going to be kids coming out soon. So do you see the? So there's a teenager and a younger. There was a younger one too. There was one that had to be the height of the table. I had fun just after work. Came through, and the hand flyers. There was 2 of them. I was able to catch them. They ended up just running back in.
That's good. The one time we were out here and we saw them, they went around the block somewhere and we completely lost them. So.
One of the things that I wish there were times where you were out here, because I can get around back very fast, but my thing is if I go around back, they come out the front. If I go,
I know,
so
that's totally my frustration too, and I'm hoping to like do that tonight, where like
Yep.
either me or him can go around back, and you guys can stay here, or I can just go around back or something like that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Fluffer. And Scientology is here as well. Sorry, I might not have said that out loud. So make sure we get Scientology up there as well. What you do is you find one mod.
I know I have a mod. I just started getting privileges on YouTube.
Oh, gotcha.
So I don't know how to make anybody a mod.
If you go into your settings, but I'd be afraid to do it while I'm doing live.
So I have to do it post live.
Yeah. But what I would do is elevate one of them to.
Contact your family members. I'm sure that they miss you. It's never too late to leave a cult. Never too late.
Everybody's asking.
She was the one that was running when she came out earlier, and she was running away from me going down the street.
Okay, that makes me happy.
You gotta go in order, like the first person that walks by, like you ask someone or something, and
Yeah.
then the next person, like you ask
That's right.
something in a row.
So who's got the clear cog? What else? Oh, I found they dropped. Well, they didn't drop. I'm sure they handed off one of their flyers to somebody, and so I found it on the sidewalk just behind them. So I just chased them. Hey, you dropped something! You dropped something, and no response.
By the way, yesterday we posted things on this maybe 30 minutes. We came back out.
Yeah, I'm sure they're very quick about that stuff. So here's my. You can see it through the orange juice. You can see the free Dianetics ticket.
Oh yeah.
Scientology in the garbage can.
I wonder if they've emptied it since Saturday.
And I'm sure my fingerprints were all over that poster. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm not sure they're doing FBI level.
I'm sure they already deployed.
Yeah.
I really don't understand how there is a public cult.
Right? Like, who even is it?
Wonder if the bicycle is college or if it's
Well,
one of them.
Have you guys seen that security guard that's a lady? She has a mask on.
No, I haven't seen the female yet.
Well, one of the first or second days I was out here, she went to leave, and this was in the road for some reason. It was like right against the curb, and she actually backed up and hit it and knocked it over.
Nice.
And I have it on. It's in one of my shorts if you guys want to check it out. But
And then she immediately came out and picked it up.
She hit it on us, and then we picked it up. I have it all on video.
Yeah.
But she hasn't said one word to us at all.
That I think, and by the way, you get such good conversations out of people, and the publics are more willing to talk. I'm surprised that you said the guy would come out again.
Yeah, he said he's a resident here, so he's not a Scientologist.
I got you.
But yeah, he's the one who reported it to us.
Gotcha. What else was fun today? This morning they got the blind. Lunchtime they took the blinds down very, very quickly. So, which I just think is the stupidest thing in the world. Other than the fact that we can see it's empty, there's no value.
Exactly.
You paid for a beautiful real estate element.
Yeah.
Use your marketing.
Yeah, you put tons of money into the interior. You got books in the windows.
Right.
And what does it hurt?
Yeah.
I'm not used to coming out this late though. I'm not.
It's still kind of here, Corn Freak.
Corn Freak is chat hopping.
Assumed as much. Yeah.
So she was in my chat.
I like somebody last night told me that they had like 3 of us going on their computer and they were like switching audio.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
True that.
PBR Doug, what's up? Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
somebody said, did you see
Shout
the
out to
Reddit post
Trashy.
that
Here's
accused you of
Trashy,
racism?
PBR
I
Doug.
did, yeah.
Don't worry, I'm keeping him safe.
I do like that.
The Reddit post
Soon.
I did see that. Thank you.
Once again, shout out to PBR Doug for, I forget the idea he came up with. WD-40, that's what he said.
Oh, that's right. WD-40
WD-40
whole saw.
whole sawing the cover, yeah.
I'm flattered.
Are you guys garage mates as well?
We are.
Okay.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah, we're building small engines right now for like some bikes. We're just gonna put them on like bikes.
Yes, they
will.
will.
Just like two-stroke or something, or okay.
Thank you again, PBR
Uh,
Doug.
I've got the other mic out, so maybe we're getting. Hopefully, we're hearing more conversation. What'd be interesting again? I think that tonight, this is more the time when publics are doing their courses. I assume,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because they've been at business all day long. On Sunday, I don't know if you remember the day that I saw the recruiters come out of here and walk into Columbia. Okay, so they had 9 or 10 college-age kids, and they had to have been students because they were able to badge themselves in. And one of them was a brightly pink-haired woman. And Sunday, I saw her walk down the street again. It's like, hey, look, there's our friend who's the proselytizer.
Nice.
So,
That's pretty surprising.
they were. I'm guessing that they were in the colleges long before they moved down here, recruiting.
Yeah, that is probably true.
And when you listen to the new person, Jen, that's on Aaron's channel a couple of times, and I think that she might have been with Natalie this morning.
Okay.
She used to work at HCO, which is recruiting, and that's that's the person I want to talk to about these people that were in there. But that was the day that I was so frustrated you weren't here, because 3 of them came in here and there were 6 more in there, and I know they went out the back and they would have gone to one of the other places. Oh, we could have covered that.
Yeah.
But then I saw her yesterday. One of the women that walked into the Columbia, she walked by yesterday and said, you're one of the new recruits.
Yeah, when we showed up on Saturday, there was 2 recruiters walking around, and I don't think they
I
quite.
saw that. Didn't they try to hand you a pamphlet?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, we were at first. And
Yeah.
they tried to talk to me, and I asked them if I could ask them some questions, and then they just turned around and left.
Yeah, I gotta go.
It makes me wonder when we're not here, how many times do they?
Go.
I didn't
Yeah.
think they were ballsy enough to do that now.
Yeah.
I thought they would wait for it to die down if it ever.
It was pretty cold too, and they were gone for a while.
Oh yeah, looked like.
I honestly think one of them went into the back because we only saw the one guy come back.
I saw both of them come back.
You saw
They
both of them
came
come
back
back.
at different times, but they both came back at different times. And dude, the one guy was like an old guy. He just had on like his like suit jacket and
No
vest.
hat.
Yeah.
He looked like he was so cold. I can't imagine him walking around from the time that I saw him out there.
Yeah.
It's so painful to the older woman, and the letter you caught her as the letter.
I have her
The one
name.
you had to
I
do in the
know-
letter
I know
writing?
her
Okay.
name. I have it in a video. I forget what it is right now, but
She was trying to get in that door. It was locked. They came down here. The cop closed the door because I was here, and I said, "Officer, right?" And not the security guard, but yeah, I know he's a cop, right? Hey, open the door for the woman, right? I mean, I have no joy for what she's doing, but
yeah. I want to say it's something like Annette.
okay.
Janet or Jeanette or something like that.
Yeah, I think
swear.
that's
I have it on video. Because both the times that she's actually stopped to talk to us, a other Scientologist has come out and interrupted it and either told her to come in, or the guy on Saturday said, "Hey, I gotta ask you a quick question."
Yes.
While we were talking.
I saw that happen.
And then it was funny because he got locked out of the door and he had to go to the other one, and he's like,
Yes.
it's like, "Come on, dude, wait for the point."
Or that Russian guy who told you, all you need to ask is, what do you do in there?
Yeah, and then I tried
As
to.
if that would ever work.
And that guy touched him too.
Yes, yeah.
That's in my shorts. If you guys want to check it out, I have shorts of all of that.
I did see. So I was going to say that I was seeing that somebody had been editing your shorts, and it was a lot of it was your channel. But I like those
Thank you.
cuts. So
Yeah, I will be trying my best to make as many as possible. They take a little bit of time.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
It's time consuming.
did you? So we had a good interaction with Frizinu yesterday. The lady was out here, and the guy that tried to lure me away, he was the one that came out and said, "Hey, you got to come in." And she said, "No." And he called us jerks. He said, "You don't have to listen to these jerks." And she wasn't going to go in. She enjoyed talking to us. And then finally her daughter came out and her daughter dragged her in. So.
That's so weird.
The one guy that came out the other day, I don't know if you saw the video, but we were like talking to this girl that went in there and she bought a book apparently because she's part of like some religious studies class. And this guy came out and stood like right in between us and tried to get her to go away. That guy, and there's some other guy that kind of looks like him. Some person on my channel said, I've seen that guy in videos in LA before. So
Really?
yeah.
So do you think he's here like full time or just for the meantime?
That's what I wonder. I mean,
He could have moved here.
Yeah,
maybe his new.
That is what I wonder. And they were saying they moved like a bunch of people into this place, so I kind of do wonder if they just relocated staff members from a different state.
Let's remember, there was only 12 Scientologists before this building opened,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
There was nobody up there.
There was nobody.
Yeah, I mean, all these people, besides a handful, have to be imported.
Well, they're all that
Traffic.
DE too, the Dream Exchange people. Like, if you look at their board, 9 of their board
Yeah, they do.
are Sea Org members.
Oh, maybe he's crossing the street.
Yeah, I'll say that I was disappointed by how many people I've seen coming in and out of this building.
Yeah, really.
It was a dead org up there. Right?
Yeah, it really was. I mean, I got very few new people coming in. It was mainly just the same faces over and over again.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna take a quick peek around back. I'll be back. We're gonna walk around back real quick. Just see if we can find anything. Hi, Sally. Something that with 4 people at this time of night, my guess is this is a bit of a shock to the to the system for the people inside. Like, what the hell's going on here? This is one of the coolest things. I don't know if anybody's shown you a picture of here, but we're on Printers Row, and you can see the. So this would be on the left-hand side. That would be a letter drawer. So you can pull out words and letters, and that's how you would do stationary print, right? So movable typeset. And then this is an old printing press where you'd do one loop would bring the stamp down onto the piece of paper. Care to tell us how the church is helping you? So the church isn't helping you, or you're unable to tell us? Let the guys know that there's staff are coming down. I assume that some of you are in multiple chats. Sorry. Oh, but I love cool old mechanical equipment like that. So that guy came from up here. I do know that they park in here. So you saw the big red pickup truck that picked up the woman that came out, had the curbside service. That guy walked over from Imprint. He got the pickup truck, which pickup trucks are a tight fit in this garage, but they park in this garage. So the amount of money they spend on Sea Org is amazing compared to the amount of money that they pay Sea Org, and whether it's Sea Org or staff. The amount of money that they spend on them is ridiculous compared to the amount of money that they pay them. Yeah, the lights that you're seeing at the far end of the alley, that's Polk. So we're not really seeing anything down there. I think I've seen a lot of the same faces that I've been seeing and that I saw this afternoon. But today I did a clip of an old 60s film called The Prisoner. And it was inspired by Jeff's chat last week about how one of the protocols of the Church of Scientology is to kind of assimilate you into the group and help you lose your identity. So you're called by your hat, not by your name. And in this show, the prisoner is only called number 6. And they just try to break him down by dehumanizing him and removing his identity. So if you get a chance, there is a short up on the channel that I put up today in honor of that. This is beautiful. I used to live down here, and to look across at some of these apartments, and there's others in here as well, and I'm going to say not in a voyeuristic manner, but the way that some of these apartments are so brightly lit up, and like you could tell that either they're video gamers or they're big fans of RGB LED lights, that the rooms will be all different colors all the time. So. Yeah, no real activity.
It seems pretty dead inside.
Yeah. I'm really curious, how long does that family stay here?
Yeah,
I mean,
right. That'll be interesting to see.
Bedtime is still a thing when you're young, isn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, they are adults in small bodies. So
yes. Yes. Except for the fact they're not adults in small bodies.
Their bodies.
Oh, he's just out smoking. Not it. But am I the only one in Chicago that is not OT 420?
I mean, we're not from Chicago.
All right, in Chicagoland. Absolutely. Kids cannot consent.
I like that in the chat.
And yes, there is some 420 in the neighborhood. We're flooding the zone with cameras. So now if somebody wants to, they can just get a panorama of the entire window, right?
They can see us, guys. They can see us. Yes, she just told me. Look,
Hope she's doing something over there. You can't see it.
Look how far I am from the snow. I know their tricks are gonna try to cut us off. Look how far I am.
Can you talk to them on the phone?
I cannot even see her on camera.
She just walked away.
Yeah.
Oh, she was getting water. Acceptable.
Yeah, there's still you can see there's somebody behind the counter, right? Large black man, bald head.
Yeah. We need all the Nation of Islam people to make it seem like they're diverse.
Other churches.
And who's this guy on?
That guy doesn't have multiple videos of that guy closing the blinds. He's in like every single one of my shorts.
And they always do it with a creepy smile.
Right.
I did not hear. No, I did not. I hear you now. He looked important.
Let's see if I can.
Oh yeah, you can prop it up. how does yours look? Much better, right?
Oh yeah.
So now we're using skateboard tech.
Scientology and Audit. Again, we're out here with WindyCityThetanWatch and Scientology.
You were here Saturday too, right? I think.
Yeah. I'm honestly trying to keep eyes on paisanos, especially with the Scientologists, to see how many go into paisanos that don't come out. Because I have had it where I've seen like 3 go in, and I've only seen 1 come out. And It's like, all right, I'm waiting for the other 2, waiting for the other 2, where they at, never see them. It's like,
Well, didn't that guy say too that there's an entrance into the alley for the bar? Into the alley behind the building?
Yeah.
Through the bar, yes.
Yeah.
And the same thing here. So Paisans is right here.
Okay.
And I'm pretty comfortable that the day that they had the audio tech truck out here that was bringing stuff into Paisans, it was going out the back door and coming.
Yeah, because he was saying that the bar doesn't let the people that live in the building use the alley, but the Scientologists do. So,
How do you like our new cult?
yeah, I'm almost wondering if they're not like allowing them to go through the back of that place and then just.
some guys are stopping by.
It is a way to hide. Like I can tell that there's a lot of people that are disgraced when we come by.
Yeah.
So
I've had a lot of people hide their faces. In the words of Maynard James Keenan, fuck L. Ron Hubbard and fuck all his clubs.
nice.
That's pretty punk rock.
Another Scientologist unwilling to talk. It's such a powerful message that they just can't let us know. It would blow our minds. They're saving us. I'm going to switch the signs up real quick. I'm going to go inside. Oh, you're going to... No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to go skate down the alley.
Yep.
I'll be back.
Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. Absolutely. They just do it very quietly. No doubt about that. Let's see if I can position this. Are you going to go skateboarding too?
Oh, no, you're okay. I told Trashy that I'll stay with you. And all right. With Scientology. I asked that guy a good line of questions, but he didn't answer.
Zero. Yeah, I was going to say that you get zero answer.
Nope.
That's no good. Well, actually, that's great that they were raised, but is he convicted or just accused? Thanks, Lambda. This is in regards to P. Diddy. So, money solves some problems, right? Let's ask Scientology. just kind of looking at the gestures of her. That her first gesture was not exactly gentle. They're very intent. If you look at them on the computer here, right, they're very intent looking at it. And I would suspect that they're looking at the cameras
Oh, by the way, is it better if I put my camera?
and trying to see, okay, are they over the line? Are they over the line? That's a new gentleman walking through there. Yeah. You know, this is so much more fun than in the daylight. When the daylight, we've got the sunlight reflecting off of the windows, so we're the ones that have the mirror effect. At nighttime, since the light's coming outwards, they have the mirror effect. For those of you in here, just keep in mind, I try to timestamp these because I know that most of this is very boring.
Question.
Yep.
If I want to go from vertical to horizontal, do I need to end my live?
No, there's a settings. Which one of these is settings? Let's press a button. Okay, not that.
Flash.
Okay, that was what? Okay,
Oh,
so that's
highlight.
a highlight. Where is?
Do it while you are live. Oh, I don't think you can do it while. Oh, so I have to end my live and then restart. Can somebody confirm that?
To do landscape?
Yeah.
Yes. I have
Oh.
to restart it.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right, guys, is it worth me doing that?
That's what I was saying the other day. How long do you plan on?
The one thing that's nice is it's a lot easier to do your short clips if you're vertical.
If I'm, yeah, because I could repurpose it for shorts and TikTok.
Yeah.
This guy gives me a dirty look whenever I talk to him. The one that's in the all gray. He's a white-haired. You know. Oh wow! Look at all the people.
Bringing out the big dog.
The crowd is here.
You want to intimidate us? Okay, come on. We're ready. Come on, Osa.
They probably went to the stairwell. I'm not seeing any change in lighting here. Oh, this is interesting. So, they did a very shitty job. You can see the glaze here, right? They didn't take it to the corner.
Oh yeah.
On the.
Yeah.
How you doing? Do you know who these guys are?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Is it CSP or SCP, the ship shape protocol? Clean ship protocol, so CSP. I'm thinking like, that can't be CSP.
No.
That can't be CSP. I want demerits, right?
Look at that corner's peeling too.
Got a peeling corner up here. It was nice. They etched the glass and then didn't realize that nobody would want that we'd always be here, and they had to stay in the glass afterwards or etch the glass afterwards. The frosted glass. What other? I did. Oh, the little boy just ran past again, and there's the teenager. I gave them demerits because when they brought the shades down, they brought this one down too far and it was wrinkled.
Oh yeah. The other night it was wrinkled around this corner and you could glare in through it.
It's like, come on, have some pride of workmanship, people.
It's up to them to create their own privacy.
This is the correct treatment of Scientology. And we've got a young kid about to come through here, right? What, 9 years old?
Him, I'd say he's like 6.
Yeah. And again, it's 8 o'clock at night. At what point do you take your kids home and take them to bed at that age? Oh, this is the one that tried to lure me away, and he's the one that came out. So the guy that's over the bench right now,
Which one?
the one that's leaning over, he's the one that tries to lure me away. He said, "Hey, I'll give you an interview."
Yes.
And then he's the one that tried to pull the older woman in last night, but
Yes.
wasn't able to.
I do not like that guy.
Yeah. He's very smart, smart key. You know what I mean? Smart.
Yeah. He is in my shorts as well.
Yeah. Now, the first time I saw him, he was kind of in like a,
Thank you so much.
A suit.
yeah, it was a blue,
But it wasn't Scientology
yeah,
colors.
it was like a hatch pattern suit.
Yeah. The couple of times I've seen him, he has not been in that attire.
Yeah.
He's putting his jacket on.
He resembles
Did they
Sean
make
a
their
little bit.
stats? Yeah.
He reminds me
Although
of Sean.
Sean's much thinner than he is, and I'm not. That
And much
Sean's
older.
a very thin guy, yeah, and angular, right?
Thank you for the welcome.
That's the part that. So, the church fought to make sure that Sean wouldn't be born, and he fights to make sure that the church survives.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, he was supposed to go around. I don't like us venturing off by ourselves. No, he said he was going to go around the back alleyway, but it doesn't take that long. So.
I'll go by real quick. You guys stay here. I'll go up. This one's just shorter, so you gonna run with me? Hopefully the gimbal's keeping you a little bit steady. Gonna chase down Trashy, figure out where he's at. I assume that some of you are watching over on Trashy, so I'm not overly concerned, but let's go make sure. Now, something that's interesting, right? So we saw the red pickup truck come and pick up the one member. Where did they drive off to? Does that person still live up in Lakeview or nearer to the Lakeview building? Just interesting or curious about why you'd need to drive your staff members if they're birthing over at Imprint. And it might be that they're trying to run out an old lease, or she has an affinity for the old place and asked if she could stay there for a while. I think it's 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's just after 8 o'clock right here. So I see Trashy, and I'm not seeing anybody else. He's standing up there. I don't know how well you guys can see down there, but I'll walk down there and see how he's doing. You know, there's nights when I come out here and I feel a little bit demoralized because the overwhelming number of Scientologists that are here, and when I'm by myself, it's not a fear thing, it's that I can't cover everything. And I feel like tonight, Scientology is probably sweating. Because we're out in force. And again, if we could just list all of the channels that are out there: Scientology, Trashy, myself, Reality. How do you skateboard on this? It's just ridiculous. Oh, I remember that. That said, if you need to do a delivery, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this cart's been out here for quite a while.
Yeah, it's just been sitting there at least a week. So that guy that SRA followed coming out of the building, he eventually ended up coming down the alley and just going back inside.
Nice. This afternoon, one of the females did that to me. That she had gone down to, I think they go to Green Juice a lot. That's just one of their kind of go-tos to get something. And she walked back this way a little bit, then went straight down the street towards the other way. It's like, she's going around back. And I came back here and, hey, look what I found. Did the big guy, he's been on everybody's channel. He's the one that tried to bluff me away from the door at one point in time. He's in there right now, and he's at the desk. And I didn't see him earlier. He might have been upstairs or something, but he didn't. Nobody else came in the back.
No,
Okay.
not yet. So that'll be interesting. When will they leave?
Hey, Bridge, how you doing? How about it? Everybody needs a phone stipend now. Although, if you're at home, a computer would be awesome right now. Other than the fact that, how do you keep on? Can you mute tabs or?
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be pretty cool.
And I think that's exactly what the person is doing. Is they're just sitting, having 3 browsers open and unmuting each tab and unmuting one.
Awesome. And as you walk down towards Pat's, you're getting overwhelmed by the smell of pizza.
Which I'm all for.
I'm going to say that I'm very much saddened by Paisans. I used to live really, really close to here, and I was in there quite a bit, and I'm disappointed. Now, the other ones, the people that had to close on Sunday, listen, it would have been an uphill battle to say, no, I'm going to stay open. So, great, take the money and stay closed. I wouldn't really begrudge them that. But the ones that are continually supporting the church, not really a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were both up there. Yeah, I think, well, I know I'm still looking for watch hours.
Yeah, I just hit 3,000 watch hours. So.
Nice. And it's not, is it similar to when you get the 50? It's like, and then 4 days later?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I haven't tried it yet, so yeah, I'm expecting that.
Nice. Ooh. When I look over here, you guys really get blacked out, don't you?
Yeah, my camera's not great.
If you probably got a great shot when you were coming up the alley. You got a great shot of the Sears Tower, right?
Yeah.
This looks like a detective noir story.
It does. It's very photo-esque.
I was 23 up over there, so the views of the city, like south unobstructed, all the way to Comiskey Park.
I mean, that's one thing I always think about. Is like, you pay all this money for a high-rise apartment, but then you're just stuck in between buildings and you really can't see anything.
When we were originally over there, Imprint didn't exist, and it went up, and that blocked a great view of we could see the lake when we first were there. So,
yeah, I mean, it's funny. You see pictures of Chicago back in the day, and it's just a giant field. There's nothing there.
Yep. Yeah, I do this a lot too. Like, I'll in my basement, I'll leave YouTube going, and it'll just keep on spinning through all of the subscribed channels to give as many people watch hours as I can. And I'm not saying that idea is something you guys should all do, but I'm not going to complain if you guys use my tricks. The other one I love is the idea that the vast majority of advertising on all of our channels is probably Scientology.
Yeah.
So they're spending money to have us protest and audit them. All right, let's go back up front and see if we can catch up to them. This is interesting. So we always see the Columbia, the 4-wheel drive, not the 4-wheel drive, the SUVs.
Yeah.
But the ones that are in here seem to be personal vehicles, not the branded ones. So I don't know where they park those at night.
I bet they have.
There's 12 There's 12 other buildings in this campus.
I bet they probably just have a whole main facility for their campus somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, the other day I drove. So, right, I went up to the Lakeview building after they closed and this was open, and they had the yard sale in those windows.
Yeah.
Now it's entirely blank in those windows.
Wow.
Still a very they did a really crappy job of covering up the L. Ron Hubbard Foundation and the Scientology. Somebody took a roller and put blue paint over it.
Yeah. Can you see into the building now? The blinds aren't.
Correct. Yeah, you can.
Wow.
So the first time when I went up there and all the furniture was for sale in the front windows, there was nothing but garbage bags piled up all through the where the desks are, where the people would jump up real quick to get out.
Yeah.
That was just stacked with garbage cans or garbage bags.
Typical Scientology.
Yeah. Now I still think that was a purchased building.
Really?
Because since they've had it since '55, right?
Yeah, that is true. They had,
somebody's, or it might be a public Scientologist.
Yeah, that owns the building.
And then they rent it from, but how are they going to get I don't know if you get the same tax credit leasing as you do owning.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
See some of the buildings here. This is just a canyon of, you've got the transportation building that you're seeing the backside of here. That's what the private alley backs up to. Let's be honest. Scientology fails at almost every tech. Yeah, I love Wrigley Field as well. Wrigley, I just love it for the history. But I'm going to say, if you really want to watch a baseball game, Comiskey has incredible sight lines. And just buy the cheapest ticket you can, because nobody's going to be sitting in the first 20 rows anyhow.
I don't know what it is about Comiskey Park, but I can always get quick food concession service there.
Yep.
Cubs Field, I can never.
Right.
I think they get a little drunker at Wrigley Field too.
Yeah. Are you doing that? Sorry.
The guy that gave us that information is right there in those shoes.
Okay.
Shoes, that's him.
Nice. Oh, all right. How you doing tonight? Hi. I'm Windy City. It's nice to meet you. They were saying that you know that they're putting 8 or 9 people in a building or in a room or in an apartment over here?
Yeah, actually the maintenance guy came in from vacation yesterday. He was talking about the concierge that it's a liability.
Right.
Because he got 8 people per studio. It's a studio.
Yeah.
So they have 2 or 3 people tops. But this place that I'm living in is nothing happened. We're having guests. Your guests are having guests. Your guests are having guests. So it's 8 people per.
Yeah. I'm very disappointed with the building in general, only because on the day of the opening, were you here on the day of the opening?
Yeah.
And it was just a cluster, right? That one of our friends knew one of the tenants, and they invited her to come up. And the management said, we will trespass them and we will trespass you. And I go, I'm a tenant here. You can't trespass me, right? So that's how much power this church wields. I'm sure they probably just gave him a bucket of money and said, here you go. So that's a shame.
It seemed across this whole block that day.
Yeah.
This place got paid $20,000.
Yep.
Be closed Saturday and Sunday. each and every place got paid about $7,000 to $10,000 per place.
Did you guys see anybody in there?
Gunmen on the 5th floor.
Did you say gunman?
Yeah. Their own security detail.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
On the 5th floor, and I came back from Target, and the cashier was like a panic, like someone walked in, checked them out, go over to the corner, it looked all right, but then 2 other tenants saw him with a gun strapped to his thing, and he's like looking over.
Right.
Looks
Are you home do you work during the day, or are you home during the day? Okay. One thing that I would love, do you have a good view of this? Okay, you're on this and you're on this side. What I want to do, I'm very close to here when I'm at work. When they get their people with their flyers and they start passing them out, if there's any way you can notify me, that would be awesome, because that way I can chase. If I'm standing behind them, they won't hand the flyers out, because I keep on telling everybody that, hey, it's a cult and it's Scientology. Because if you look at their flyers, it looks like we're a very helpful. We'll give you a personality test. We'll, you know,
that shit.
But anytime. So the channel is Windy City Thetan Live, but it's WCTW.live. WCTW.live. If you go there, there's a contact form. And if you send me an email, I'll get in touch with you.
You guys are WTTW or something?
No, it sounds like that, but it's WCTW.
I think I saw it accidentally, because I have an antenna TV and I flipped it through it.
Yeah, so that's channel 11. Yeah, the old channel 11 is WTTW. So, but if there's any, I want to figure out a way that if you look up Windy City Thetan Live or Windy City Thetan Watch, you'll find the channel. But that's a lot to remember. But if you find it, or just even Chicago Scientology audits, you'll probably be able to find my page. And then I've got a website that you can send me an email anytime you see somebody come out here. Because the other one they're going to do is they're going to start bringing tables out and putting them here, and take them to Grant Park, put them at the train stations. And I just want to know anytime they're doing that, because I just want to thwart their efforts as much as possible.
I mean, I know they got me marked, because anytime I stand out and have a cigarette over there, there's security details like staring me down, like the other day.
Or give you cameras.
Like the other day, he was taking a picture of me. He took a picture of me while I did it. I flipped him off. I think it was Sunday or Saturday. And today, that was a white security guard. Right? Today was a black security guard. It's all Blue Star.
They're all Blue Star. They're all ex-cops.
Yeah, which don't mean shit.
Yeah.
Don't mean shit. I looked them up the other day.
They're just security. Now, they are all... Now, the one thing that they do is they need to be a cop in good standing in order to be they need to either be retired in good standing or off-duty in good standing in order to be of the Chicago Police Department. So all of those are either ex-Chicago cops or off-duty Chicago cops.
But I looked up that Blue Star.
Yep.
And the guy is out of Tampa, and the company's out of Kentucky.
Yeah, and it's just a private firm.
Yeah.
But it is a private firm that they hire. Their hiring practices are this. And the guy that runs it, he actually was a disgraced cop.
Caskets, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Or Caskets, whatever his fucking name is.
So.
Because that day that happened, and they did. You were here.
I wasn't here on opening day. So.
They assaulted a autistic guy.
Yeah.
And then they arrested 2 elderly people on either side of the court. And then they were assaulting tenants that lived in the building, left and right. I mean, people that
the college students, yeah. It was ridiculous.
Got assaulted.
Yeah.
Another tenant was like fighting for a life, trying to get through them and come back. Bullshit. Like, who the fuck are these people deciding what they could do and what they can't do?
I'm just so one of the people that was here when doing a lot of organization with us. Her name's Shannon, and she had talked to the alderman, and the alderman said, "Oh no, they can't do that. There's got to be sidewalks. We'll make sure that they don't do it." And so we thought that we were going to be able to stand here and say, "Listen, the permit says you can't do this. The permit says you couldn't do that." The first district captain was like, "Nope, I'm getting a lot of money from Scientology. It's all shut down. We're not letting you do anything."
Well, that same captain here.
Yep. So I saw him on like 6 or 7 different videos.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and that's.
And he's petting the dog after one guy got arrested over here.
Yeah.
Petting the dog. I'm like, what the fuck?
It was. I mean, it's a disgrace.
It's,
And again, I don't think that we're going to get these people to anybody who's in the church. I don't think we're going to make them quit. I want to make it as hard as possible for them to recruit new people. I know that they've already got students in Columbia, and the night that I saw them bring the 3 students into Columbia, they were also bringing people over. There was 6 other people that I assume went out the back door, and I'm sure they went to one of the other colleges. That
I think one of the migrant stations too.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yep.
One on Halsted especially.
Which one's on?
Halsted.
Yeah. How far south?
Not too far. It's just
Okay.
down in Halsted. I don't know if it's over
Is
here or over there.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look and see. So you've got Pacific Garden on Canal, but that's more homeless, not immigrants.
I actually drove past the hostel.
Okay.
And they're all hanging out.
Gotcha.
Like this.
And then this is the courthouse for immigration. So this is all newly landed people, and this is a message they're gonna love, right? Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, over the last couple of days, I've seen families coming out here.
If you look in there right now, there's looks to be a 13-year-old young black child and maybe a 6 or 7-year-old black child in there. It's like it's 8 o'clock at night on a weeknight. What are they doing in there?
Where's their parents?
It looked like their mother was also with them. So I'm going to say a black female of the right age and appropriate age was in there. One of the practices is they have something called purification rundown, and you go in a sauna and you take 5,000 milligrams of niacin. Doctors will tell you that 50 milligrams is the daily recommended dosage. So you get 100 times more, and they have children go through that. So how is that legal?
What's it supposed to do?
They claim that it rids your body of all of the bad elements. So it's a purification mechanism, so that way you can better absorb the next round of learning in that space. So, and they have there's very wealthy public Scientologists, and they fund a lot of this stuff. And there are doctors that are Scientologists, and yes, they'll write a permission slip for a parent to do that to a child, knowing that it's absolutely against all medical advice.
That makes sense as to why they don't go to medical doctors, because you read about the person on fire here?
No.
Like a few days leading up to this opening, it was like Wednesday, and they opened Saturday, Sunday. So it was like Tuesday, Wednesday, someone was on fire, second floor. 911 was called, dispatched. I heard the whole thing on a scanner. We got called, and then all of a sudden got canceled last minute.
Yeah.
And then the paramedics and the fire department showed up, and the lady came out the door and waved them off.
There's no problem here. Right.
Like 6 of them walking up, and she's like, no. We're all like, what? So they kind of waited, and then they left. And then the night after, there's a recording, an audio recording of someone getting shot by a silencer.
That's
And then a couple days, the next night or the next day, they saw 2 bodies going through. Someone, two or 4 of them throwing like body boxes in the dumpster. Like that.
That's, by the way, that is their modus operandi. That in many places where a person tried to unalive themselves, and I have to be careful about things that I'm saying on YouTube. When a person tries to unalive themselves, they'll be a police call, and then you're right. When the police come, just kidding, everything's fine here. And if that happened in my house and the police came, they're coming in the house.
Yeah.
There's no way in the world that they're not coming in the house and expected. They have to.
False 911 call, you get arrested.
And yeah.
They go in that bar. That bar's associated.
That I'm disappointed because I used to live in this neighborhood. That was one of my favorite bars. So,
Is it an old man owning it?
it's so Danny is the younger. I think there's 4 partners that are in it. Okay. So did it change hands? All right. So this building kind of crushed them. So what they did when that was a parking lot, which was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that was a parking lot. They rented the first row of parking spots. So they just paid all the parking for that for the year so that they could do a deck. And they knocked out the wall, put a window in there. And about 2 months later, the building broke ground. It's like, oh. So it might have changed hands at that point in time. The guy that I knew that was part owner, he's in there all the time. Maybe he's just a bartender now. I don't know. what's going on there. So Danny, the bigger guy, always looks a little bit sloppy. You know, yeah.
Tall guy, Chevy.
Yeah. Yep. So that's the one that I knew or always felt like he was part of the ownership model there.
Because that Friday, the lady that was part of this went over and talked to him about it. She's like, yeah, I didn't even know if I could rent out the space, whatever, they were trying to fix up the canopy for the sound. And I overhear her talking about it. And it's just like this the whole time, like thinking about it. And sure enough, just kind of like
Money.
Yep. Hard.
Absolutely.
But then he went to go give me a fist bump one day after it all happened, like on Monday or Tuesday. And I was smoking a cigarette. And I kind of like ignored him.
Yeah.
The fuck out of my face. He's like, what? And he's walking away. And then the bartender the next day, he's like, yeah, Chevy was upset that you kind of snubbed him and didn't give him a fist bump. I'm like, wah.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are fucking housing Scientology.
Correct. It was funny yesterday. So they don't like when their cameras. They don't want their faces on camera because they have family around the country that doesn't know where they are at. And if you're seen on camera, your family's going to know where you're at. Well, there were two people that came out of here. They're smoking. They're facing your building. It looks like kids that are in trouble, you know, with their nose on the wall. They're smoking there. So I go over there, and when I went over there, they went in there, and which is strange because typically Scientologists aren't supposed to be drinking if they're going to go on. If they have to be clean of alcohol for 24 hours before they take a class or before they audit. Now, they might have administrative roles where that's not a problem for them. But I thought it was very strange that there'd be that many people going into the bar. Just because they went into the bar doesn't mean they were drinking alcohol. They could have been drinking soda or anything, just the same. But, do you have a phone with you?
No, I don't know.
I want to figure out a way that I can get you my name.
Back downstairs in a minute.
All right. I just wanted to make sure that I can get my email to you so that if we wanted to chat, we could chat again. So. I appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Thanks for talking.
Yes.
Glad there's some normal people walking around.
Right.
Every other person is like sketchy. You don't know what the fuck's going on.
I mean, I loved. I was here when the riots came through, and that sucked. I felt terrible for all of these businessmen in there, but I've always felt pretty good in this neighborhood. Everyone else was going on. I don't like this. They're slimy people, right? They're deceptive. That's the big thing. And they'll lie with the straightest of faces. It's just amazing how hardened they are in regards to being honest. They just can't. So.
Well, I had it out with 3 of the security that day.
Yeah.
I threatened the one. I'm like, you block me out of my apartment, there's going to be big time fucking hell today.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Big time. I'm going to push my buttons, see what happens.
Right.
See what fucking happens. He's like, no, that's okay. I'm like, yeah, you're fucking right. It ain't going to happen. And some big burly guy over here that was like assaulting people. I was
the college kids were the idea that there was this maze you had to get through. Like there was supposed to be a quarter, because in reality, had something bad happened, how were you going to rush all the people out of here? And you couldn't have, because of the way they had blocked everything. So thankfully, nothing bad happened. But they were all talking about, yeah, you had to go this way, you had to go that way. You were getting escorted up to your room, and it's like, F you, I live here. I'm going to my house, right? The idea that you have to give permission to, or you have to show your papers. That's Nazi Germany, right? We're done with that part of the world. So.
Yeah, they wanted proof of residency too. It's like, what if people just moved here? So now what?
So this guy, he's definitely in Scientology. What happened is he's got a red truck that's parked in the parking garage on the corner.
He's the one that's blocking the alley.
Yeah.
And they also escorted people out of here. And then urban paints over there too.
Yeah.
They all live in my building. And they walk on Polk, and I'm hanging out down there too, down Polk.
Right.
Like,
I've caught them a couple of times. If I get off the block, I can find them because I recognize enough of it. Their clothing shows out, and they've got the flyers in there. And my only objective is go back home, because every one of those you hand out, I'm going to tell the people exactly what they're buying into right there. So
they rush them in here too if they're like trying to escort people.
Oh, yeah.
They rush them, grab them, and pull them in there.
Yesterday was very funny. We had an older woman who's in Scientology, and the guy that's at the, well, I don't know where he's at now, but he was at the counter earlier. He came out, and she looked at him and goes, nah, don't. And eventually the woman's daughter had to come out and pull her in. Because they're going to get, that woman, she'll get in trouble because she talked to us. And what'll happen is, it's like going to the principal's office. She's going to get audited or security checked, sec checked. They're going to make her pay to tell her she did something wrong, which is just ridiculous to me.
What if you don't have the money?
You have to find the money. That's really not an element. Or you'll end up being demoted to not good standing, right? So they're not going to throw you out of the church, but you can't. They have something called the bridge. You can't keep on moving up the bridge if you're not in good standing, and if you don't take the sec check, you're going to get yourself out of good standing. It's incredible, the money. Like these people, they believe in a science fantasy fiction, and it costs you about $100,000 to get to OT3, and then you got to get to OT8, right? So now you're talking $400,000. And who's got that? Like, it just boggles my mind that enough people have that. And then they hear the story. You know, if I got to OT3 and I paid $50,000 to $100,000, and you're telling me that I'm a prisoner here of a planet from a galactic person, and what?
I was thinking this L. Ron Hubbard, right?
Yeah.
When did this come out?
53, 55. Something.
Right. Now, back in the day, wasn't the LSD getting made?
Yeah,
around then?
and he was somebody who partook, and he would hang around with. And I apologize, chat. I'm having a good conversation. Hopefully, you're enjoying this. That he, Alistair, he was a hippie out in California, but that was doing all the drugs, LSD, and all that stuff. And it was in that period of time they're saying, since L. Ron Hubbard was a writer, he says, "Hey, you're going to get rich with all that writing." He says, "No, if you want to be rich, start a religion." And what did he do? He started a religion. So, just some bizarre stuff. This one's interesting. So when you guys opened, I was in Tokyo for the marathon, and I went to the Tokyo Scientology to see what was going on there.
Yeah, there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's pretty big in Japan. It's very big in Australia. Very big in Taiwan. Taiwan. Germany doesn't really like it too much. They're pretty big in UK. He went to the UK because he got in trouble here. So he started St. Hill in England, or just outside of London. They're big there. They've got several in South Africa. And again, it's a common sense element. If you listen to the very early elements of it, it's like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Like, they're doing good. They're saving the world. What idealistic young kid doesn't want to be a part of that? And then you kind of go up there. It's like, at what point do you realize this is bullshit? But they're probably sitting on about somewhere between $3 and $4 billion war chest. They don't pay taxes, so they're not going to lose that. And all they do is they keep on sweeping donations in. This building, they call it an ideal org. The amount of donations to get this, ridiculous. And they would have made it all of these locals that are wealthy Scientologists. How do I get money to raise money for this? So
I never knew the ins and outs of any of this. I mean, I looked it up to figure out what the hell it was, and the bad shit that came with it.
They've got some other things that the really scary thing is, in order to make themselves good, they call it safe pointing, to make themselves look good with the police and with the politicians. They have a couple of other front groups. Narcanon is them. Criminon is them. So they're trying to say, hey, we've got these halfway houses for this, and we help people get off of drugs. So they do these nice things to cover up all the crap and bullshit that they do in that space. So there's another one, CCHR, something for human rights, is another one of their charitable faux fronts. But if you look up the headquarters of any of them, they're all based in the Los Angeles Scientology headquarters. So, but it looks great, right? You get to tell the the newspapermen, you get to tell the policemen, you get to tell the politicians, look, we're doing this for human rights. They'll talk about how they solve crimes. One of the Scientologists came out here the other night and he said the only reason Scientology exists is to end wars. If you could just name one war that Scientology has ended since 1955, of the 32, how many did Scientology end? None. Right? So you really suck at whatever your process is. The other one is they talk about they want to stop drugs. And they are very anti-drug. Like they're, so L. Ron Hubbard had devised protocols for mental, curative mental elements. But it was like just exercising your mind to do this. And he was trying to get psychologists to endorse it. And when they said no, he said, oh, psychologists are the ones that Xenu, the intergalactic one, he brings all the psychologists here. And psychologists are verboten. So he won't let anybody take LSD, but he partook when he was younger. So if you take any drugs, you can't go up the bridge in that process.
I have a feeling he never got off this trip.
Right.
This is what he created.
Yeah.
And his buddy gave him the idea, and this is what he came with.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I tripped plenty of times myself. I thought some crazy shit myself, but nothing like this.
Now I want to go talk to your maintenance guy someday.
Yeah, I mean, he's seen all types of shit.
And I'm sure that there's only...
They're trying to recruit the concierge.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to get them to do a personality test. The one actually did it to see where she's at in her book. She's going to go this email or whatever.
Don't ever give them any information, because for the next 50 years, you're going to get constant letters, emails, everything on that. Now, that personality test, it's called the Oxford OCE, Oxford something exam. And it has nothing to do with Oxford. He just came up with the name Oxford. When you take that, he's going to find there's going to be some flaw. And no matter when you take these kinds of personality tests, oh, here's where you're weak. Buy this book, it'll fix it. And here's the next thing you're weak. Buy this book, it'll fix that. So that's just how they get you into this process. And some of those elements, they're good self-help thoughts. And you are going to see some improvement, or you're going to feel better about it. But you can get that common sense from any newspaper, any rag, anything in the world.
Anything off of Google, too,
Yeah,
for that matter.
absolutely. But you fall prey to this idea that, oh, Scientology is helping me. Wonder who our new friend is over here. They've got quite the crowd inside. All right, thanks. Because I just want to. That way you can take a picture of it. Huh? I will. I just want you to be able to. I'll put my email on screen, and you can take a picture of it, and that way, that's the easiest way that I'll probably be able to give it to you. Because I don't have anything with paper on it that's got my email. Sounds good. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna guess I missed a few chats. No, there isn't. No. 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 Thanks, Lavender. Yeah, it seems like they've got an interesting character over here they're chatting with, huh? Let's see what the...
They could be connected to...
8:39. Oh, sorry.
They're adjusting their plan on how to
Get her out of there.
Hey, what are you doing?
Taking pictures.
Okay.
All four of us are together.
Thank you for being over.
Now it's 5.
That's not being a potato. That's just the black
Yeah,
people.
that's what it felt like, Sally. I was trying to pay attention to the person I was chatting with, and I just kept on hearing stuff, and it's like, what is going over there with those guys?
All right, I'll stick around. Just the only reason
As long as we're not doing anything illegal, we're fine.
we're not doing anything illegal.
And you didn't either. You didn't even step on
Right, she's going to the back.
You didn't touch the switch already.
I'll go up to the top. So there's a woman ready to leave. Trashy's going down to Polk, and I'm going to go up to Harrison. Now, I want everybody to know, we're not going to rush her or anything like that. Just want to see if she has anything to say. That was an interesting conversation. I'm going to have to go home and create a transcript for that because some of those would be helpful for me with the fire marshal that I spoke to earlier today. The other one is trying to talk to the maintenance guy, see if I can get in connection with him. Now, more often than not, when people leave this building in the alley, they're going to go south towards Polk. It doesn't make sense. It's closer to come up here. There's more public transportation up on this side, but I think it's because they're birthed in Imprint across the street, and that's on the south side. So there's definitely somebody in the alley. Not sure if that's already Trashy. Yeah, I think it's his skateboard. Oh, do you see the rat going across the... We just had a rat go across the alley. Oh, just went past Pat's Pizza, so you get a nice warm breeze of pizza aroma. I hope you guys found that conversation interesting. And again, parts of it were, I'm not going to say it was 100% true, or there's no way to verify it, but there was a lot of information that sounded just about right.
No sightings?
No.
Anybody coming down?
Nope, and they definitely weren't up. And I'm sure that they're watching on some of the channels.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, yep, can't do that. And now that we're back here, right, somebody's going to go out the front, but still the front doors got some people there.
Anybody's channel on, please let us know.
It was some pretty interesting conversation with that guy. I think he can kind of put me in touch with whoever. Like, I used to know different owners of First Draft. He seemed to have some connections there. I'm disappointed. He says that he thinks they're kind of more in Scientology's pocket too now.
Yeah, I think he told me that they were trying to buy that like storefront in the bottom of that place.
Okay.
So yeah, I wouldn't doubt they're getting in their pockets if anything.
Now that's again that whenever I was listening to Aaron, Scientology just didn't care about Chicago. That it was another place that we got an org there and it's a big city, but no big deal.
There's no news on it.
It feels like they're coming hard Now I don't know if I want pizza or Cheetos.
Are you and Trashy friends or ever think of getting back to Chicago? No, me and Jules are not friends, but yeah, come back to Chicago, please. You ever tried to screen Trashy? Sally, I did the other day. Shannon gave me one, but it was too small for my phone, so I've since removed it. But I may be getting one.
Is there a white sleeve at the bottom?
Is there a what?
Couldn't tell if that person had a white sleeve. I think he went in that first building with his lunch or his dinner. You okay back here?
Yeah.
All right, let me go back up front. Oh, what happened here? Trash. Huh. I have an about face up here. So we had somebody, and I can see that she's put a phone to her ear. I just want everybody to know I am in no way chasing this woman down the alley. Just curious, walking that direction. Trashy's headed that way. Now, what I think is kind of humorous about this is that what harm would there be just walking past us and ignoring us? So I don't know if you can see in there, but right, the woman's in the red jacket with her purse, and she's on the phone. Scientology's coming back, or Trashy's coming back. I want to see what's going on here. Did she say anything, or?
Yeah. She's on the phone. I'm gonna run back down there.
All right. I've made sure that my thetans have been mocking their own reactive mind, and I won't let them do it anymore. We're coming up on the final hour of the org. Sally, is that the person that we saw in the alley that you're saying went back in the or in the front door? So, I'm so sorry. Got to figure out who owns that billboard. Oh, it says Orange Barrel on the bottom, but I don't know if that's old advertisement or if that's the sign company. But wouldn't that be a good sign to be able to put some signage on? Hey, if he's asking you to leave, you should leave. If he's asking you to leave, you should leave.
And then, so,
You're going to get in trouble. You're going to get in trouble.
okay,
You're going to get in trouble.
hey, I'm not living. I said, all are welcome. So, are we all
Yeah. They kicked me out
Yes.
because they said I wasn't worthy or whatever, you know. So it doesn't really matter to me because I don't really do drugs. I'm gonna go to my crib and go to sleep and wake up and I'm not good. But
Nice.
for everybody else that is out here, don't come into this church because they're liars.
Yep.
I just fucking went in there and
So they
there's a
just
whole sign that
locked
says,
the door.
all are welcome.
So
We're not welcome.
in order to
Hey, doesn't
prevent
fucking-
more people from walking in, they just came out and they locked the door.
Why don't do that shit, man? You know
Um,
what I'm saying? It's just
I think
all are
Trashy's still out
welcome
and
in there.
back, seeing if they're going to walk out through there. Yeah, I'm going to say that this falls into that William Good statement of, hey, if you can't be reasonable, go away.
I'm not even cool right now.
Hey, let Trashy know somebody ran to the back door. So somebody just ran to the back
I'm
door.
not even for what?
Oh, they probably let somebody. It looks like they let somebody in.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Well, that's your prerogative. Whatever you want.
They opened the door.
So yeah, 2 people came in. They probably had to pass through Trashy.
What they gonna give you on?
Nothing.
Yes, he has.
Nobody coming in or out.
I need to get a second phone just so that I can watch Trashy's channel. Watch
You know what? I should do that.
watch anybody else's channel while we're doing this.
What happened with the same one?
He went around that.
Did he pass away or what?
Zeno got him.
Oh,
Zeno
okay.
got him.
It's the skateboard right there. Now, remember? Now I'm telling leaving shit. Well, you know what, guys? If you need for any help, I got you.
I appreciate that. It's very kind of you.
You want me to go in the fucking building?
No.
I'll go into the top, like, fucking-
I absolutely do not want you to go in there. You'll just cause trouble. They do not like.
You think I'm scared of getting locked up?
It's not above them.
All right then. Fuck that shit, dog.
Oh wow,
Get locked up.
the old white hair.
Locked up anyway.
He's been here since 5 o'clock. When I left here at 5 o'clock, he was just coming in. So he's about to come off shift. Not sure if you can see, right? So the guy with the gray hair here. I can hear Trashy on your.
Hey, did you catch those people going in the back?
Yeah.
What the hell? Like, okay, where did they come from?
We don't know.
We don't know.
They didn't
No.
come from here.
When did they come from the north or the south?
They came from the east. Oh, sorry, they came from the south, but they came from the east. into the
Okay,
south.
gotcha. Which, right? They would have walked out. Maybe they walked out the back of that to get to the alley, then go down Polk.
Did they say anything to you?
They just stayed silent. I said tons of stuff to them, like, what's one of the biggest misconceptions about Scientology? And I was like, is it that they have children auditing adults and asking them sexually explicit questions? Because that's something I've heard. And then they didn't say anything, and I just continued.
Did they go right in the
No lie. What,
He went inside.
do you have
They kicked
proof
him
that they got children doing all that crazy shit?
I have people who are personally, or I know of people who are personally a part of the church who were those children who were asking sexually explicit questions to adults. So, I mean, it is slightly hearsay. You have a point there.
That's what I'm saying. 'Cause it's gonna be a good thing. You got a point. It's gonna be like, oh yeah.
This is, I don't know if you can see all the way back there, but right there's, if you look through the cafeteria, there's another bookshelf back there with more books. And I used to see that on the back side. I think that was, if you open up the back door, that's kind of the cabinetry that you saw with the books. I don't think that guy needs any more beer. He might have had his fill of beer. Somebody's right here ready to come out. Well, I don't know if it's ready to come out, but oh, looks like cleaning crew. Yeah. Try half sour.
Which one's that one?
The
Oh my god, I hate that place.
Why?
The one on the corner.
Yes.
They were really weird to me yesterday.
Okay. Because I
They
did.
let Corey use the bathroom and they told me to wait for the other side of the bar to ask somebody to use the bathroom. And that rubbed me the wrong way, and I don't want to.
So let me ask this. How? There's one at the Metro, but that's 2 blocks.
You don't think Subway's my best bet?
If let you in, they might. I don't even know if Subway's probably one of those that says we don't allow customers going in our bathroom.
I don't mind.
But give them a shot. Yeah, give them a shot. Give them a shot. Jan, I appreciate you're there, and just like I always tell Ellie, I'm very happy that I can concentrate on what's going out here on the street. You guys are taking care of the chat, making sure that everything's staying reasonable and calm inside there, and I appreciate that. Okay.
Excellent.
Jen, can you do me a favor? Oh, thanks.
I tried my phone.
Yeah. Can you hold this for just 1 second? Sorry about that. Let me walk over to this window. These people, if I touch their window, they'll get me for trespassing. So, thank you. So, WindyCityThetanWatch at gmail.com. Sounds good?
Cool.
I definitely appreciate that. Thanks. And you send me an email, I'll give you better contact info. It's just that's the only, when I've got a live mic, that's the only email I'm giving out. So, thank you. Try second gear.
Let me ask you something.
Yep.
These guys, does the Raiders fans have a reputation with these guys?
I don't know. There is a Vegas, although
I mean,
are they the Raiders? No, there's somebody else in.
The Raiders were in LA at one time.
Yeah.
And they were in Oakland too.
Yeah.
You guys were in LA. I'm wondering if like the Raiders fans clashed with these guys at one time. Because anytime they see this Raiders hat, or anytime it's like they didn't intimidated by us, or the Raider Nation, or what.
I don't know if there's much. Now,
Shit for them.
Oakland has an organization. LA is where, so between Clearwater, Florida, and LA, that's the 2 hotspots for Scientology. And it's very possible that they've had stuff in there. Now, they might have actually even have, like I said, wealthy people like team owners, wealthy sports stars. Steve Garvey, right? The old shortstop for the Padres, I think.
Yeah.
He was a Scientologist.
Really?
Yeah.
On Sunday when I was good.
Nice.
I threw it out.
Yeah, I'm sure that they've got beef with plenty of people. But it's just strange how many people that support them. And boy, the money just goes so deep. And again, $1 billion is going to get you a lot of friends. If you ever want to go down a rabbit hole, watching the YouTube guys in Los Angeles, because the Los Angeles police are in Scientology's pocket. So there'll be things like they sent an old man out with a scooter, and he walked into one of the protesters, and the protester grabbed it to move to the side so that he wouldn't hit him. They arrested the protester and not the old man, and the old man initiated the incident. Then Aaron Smith Levin, he was out there a month and a half ago now, and there's a guy that's got like a pit bull, and it looks like an uncontrollable dog. The dog's already bitten 3 people that are out there. This guy hit Aaron with his cane. The police said, if you cause us to go with an arrest on him, we're going to arrest you too. And they put Aaron in jail for, I think it was 5 to 6 hours that night before finally letting him go. They just have, they're in with the police. They used to have, so you know how they've got these little TVs in here? They used to have one of those kiosks inside of the LAPD Hollywood department. There was a kiosk like this. Yeah, that's how much in bed with the LAPD there. Yeah. Now, the thing that and this is my opinion, I've lived here all my life. I think that these guys are individually corrupt, not systematically corrupt. Each cop lines their own pocket, where in Los Angeles, it seems like it's a top-down process of that element. But here, it's like one officer might have this guy under his thumb, but another officer is going to have this guy under his thumb. It just seems they're independently wealthy officers, or independently corrupt, whatever that sounds like. But yeah, this and LA are incredible. LA, I think, is under some strange watch where the Department of Justice has their eye on them all the time because they've been found to be so corrupt. So. Yeah. So Clearwater is where it's called the flag base. He was a fake Navy guy. He was in the Navy, but he got, this whole thing's fake. It just sucked at it. But so they call it the Sea Org, and the Sea Org is because they use a lot of terminology from the military. But that's the flag land base, and you're right. That's where if you're in the Sea Org, that's probably one of the places you're going to be training at. The other one that's down there is what they did is they've bought out the either wealthy Scientologists or Scientologists themselves have bought out almost the entire business district of Clearwater, and there are no businesses down there. So there's just blocks of open street, empty retail in that space. So yeah, it's catastrophic down there. Nobody likes it. So none of the people like it. But again, with the Scientology, the wealth that Scientology has, and the influence they have of wealthy Scientologists.
It's not like that, but it's greed.
Yep.
Because you're like funneling money to this place where they could be like donating money and helping the world, instead of like enabling.
Yeah. You will never see this organization put food someplace, clothe somebody, put a roof over somebody's head. They don't help communities in any way. Like every church that you know of, in some way or another, does something to help the community. This is not a... right? Yes, absolutely correct. Well, I was just in Japan, and the Yakuza, while they run the system, they make sure that everybody's taken care of. And there's no crime. Just like here. The only crime that happened here when Capone and the gangs were running it was crime that they sanctioned. Nobody else, there were no thugs, there were no... It's like,
How much was the next one? How much did they charge? Okay, see, that's what we gotta get our booking. Of course, bro. It's the nearest.
how'd you got 2 now?
Scientology.
Okay. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Nice.
What's up, man?
This guy from. Look it. Are you from the city of Chicago or not? Yeah?
Not for this. I live here all my life.
Oh, okay. Look at how much do you think they pay in and property tax a year?
A lot.
Okay,
This place nothing.
Yes.
nothing. And how much this place right here?
A lot again.
A lot, right?
Cleaning crews in there.
You know they're on top of the roof that day
Yeah.
too.
So why did these guys
We
get
saw
up
the
with-
cable in the back.
It's not a little building.
Nope.
It's not a little building, you know what I'm saying?
And it's an old landmark building as well.
There you go. So,
Meanwhile, those little guys are paying out our ass
well, I
for
live in,
something small.
I live on 26th Street. I got my apartment. I pay
Yep, Commander David
$6,000.
Harris is our Chicago
How's
thug.
this fucking fair?
I know. 6,000.
Uh,
You're supposed to pay at least.
did you see this locally, Sally? Like people that are standing near me?
Don't these people like rape people and shit?
Yeah, so there's terrible things. So kidnapping would be a strange way of saying it, but they'll disappear people
Well, technically, they're not rapists.
within their own. So they're not, they have zero care or concern for a civilian. It's the idea that if people have a lot of information about the church, people that have high ranks in the church, when they get disgusted with the church and they want to leave, they chase after them. They make it really hard for you to leave. And there are plenty of stories like that. Like Mark Headley, when he ran the AV stuff. So he did the filming of all their propaganda films. He was a guy that was in that space. When he tried to blow, they call it blowing the organization, which is just like in the military, right? I'm blowing this place. He was on a motorcycle. They ran him off the road on the motorcycle. Fortunately, another passerby saw there was an accident, called the police, and the police escorted him away. Had the police not escorted him away, he would have ended up back on that base. That's how creepy, scary this shit is.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Do they own Area 51?
Yeah.
I mean,
They are some crazy folk.
you never know. I mean, that's a military type shit, right?
They do have what are called secret bases all over the place. That unless you're in the highest levels of the organization, it's a snitch culture. Unless you're in the highest levels of the organization, you don't know that there's a Gilman Hot Springs, which is a place in Northern California. You don't know that there's that they would send these children
You know
off to
what?
ranches.
I walked in there, and there's a sign right there that says free access to everybody.
All are welcome,
All are welcome. Yeah.
except for us.
Why not? Why the fuck they kick me out? Because they see me with these guys out here.
Yes,
So they
Yeah,
kick
we're
me
on
out.
camera.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. But
you
it
have bad
says, hey,
you have bad
go in
friends. You have bad friends. You've
there-
just
No, yeah. But if you go in there, it says all access to everyone.
correct.
So everyone means you, me, and him.
And the homeless too. The
The
homeless guy walked in there twice. The
Yeah.
cops escorted him out.
Yeah.
Cops.
Yeah, he was like,
Just like every church would.
I don't give a fuck. Call the cops on me. Fuck. What am I gonna do? You know.
So another one that's fun is so some of these guys, the guys in the gray shirts here, they might be Sea Org. And Sea Org and staff, they get paid like $50 a week. They'll work 110 hours. If the organization has stats, they've got to make X phone calls every week. They've got to send out X emails every week. They've got to get X people through the door. If they don't hit that stat, they don't get the $50. They might get $20, or they might get even less if the church doesn't make that kind of money. Now, I will say they get room and board, right? So that's nice, but how do you live in Chicago? Yeah, sharing with 8 of your best friends, right? And then even if you did get the full 50, how far does $50 go in Chicago, right? That what are you going to buy for $50 here?
You can't even pay a fucking parking ticket for $50, right? Sure not, right?
Not even.
Not here, man.
Not even half the parking.
Not even a fucking parking ticket.
That is something I love.
You gotta be
That
walking around
they'll-
here, bro.
they'll have their members are
Hey.
parked out here, and they'll be sitting at that meter, and it looks like they're trying to get a mortgage out of the damn thing. It's like, are you putting a rock on the moon or something? How much time do you want it to be here? What's the license plate number? Go.
You know what? No lie, I lived in Chicago already for 40 years, man.
Nice.
And it's always been the same old bullshit, bro. I
Hey,
don't know.
who's got potato chips over there?
Yeah,
I'm teasing. I'm teasing. I'm fine. Thank you, though.
Man, we thought you were gone.
Oh, jalapeno.
We were like, where did you go?
No, there was a long line at Subway.
And back up.
Yeah, get some chips. Get a handful.
Okay, I will.
Get a handful.
You see all the equipment too that was lined up in here?
Yeah.
And all they used?
Yeah.
So when the truck that'll sit outside of a Super Bowl to do that kind of filming, that's the kind of filming that would have been here. So
I mean, no light.
we might be getting our first police visit. Oh,
No light.
thank you.
Oh, here they are. I told you. I told you.
This is Sergeant Karma.
Yeah.
I don't know if you actually use
But I know that they're here.
cops have
There's nothing that I can do because they didn't trespass it prior
Yep.
to them entering the building.
Oh, we've had this officer, the passenger officer we've had before.
Yeah, he's in my shorts.
Yep.
Actually, both of these officers are in my shorts.
Wow, I keep back.
Hello, officer.
How you doing, sir?
How are you?
Good. How you doing today?
Excellent. We'll wait till you send your 45 minutes with them, getting the bullshit story.
Let me see if I can get it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody's coming.
Somebody's from. Yeah, you
Sir,
open it.
what's
So
your
how about
biggest
you open it for
misconception
him?
of Scientology?
How about you open it for him? Just to give you a background check, this is Scientology. This is a cult that believes black people are degraded beings.
You can't go up to the window and record like this. We can
do
stand.
that.
We can
Snap
stand.
I've already
Yeah.
got the cop.
You're about the property.
Nobody stepped foot on that
The
step.
property line is.
I've already got the cop called on me. I know better. Then there's no reason that you guys.
Yep.
This is basically what you guys.
Yeah, it's not an invisible line. Airspace is
Yeah, but
FAA.
I mean,
FAA. When you get the federal,
Yeah, I get that, but
we haven't touched the window,
you guys are so close to the window.
Yep.
Like this. We were observing.
which is fully legal. The FAA owns airspace. The building doesn't own airspace. This is airspace.
Like I said, they don't.
They own the ground.
Yeah, they don't own.
They own the ground. They don't own the airspace. You want to call the FAA. If you can get the FAA exception. And by the way, do you think this?
I don't know what they do, what they are, but I'm just going based
You're
on what I
taking
get.
your word for it?
Okay, well, I'm gonna make a complaint right now.
I understand that, but you're hearing
Right?
our word for it.
They're coming out here and they're handing out elements to this, and everybody keeps on dropping it on the ground, right?
That's the people. If they came on pamphlets or whatever, we just don't want it.
Okay.
Toss
Is
it.
this for real?
It's not something that they have to be like, oh yeah, hey, thank you, and then you go inside.
I'll make my next complaint. There are children in there right now that have been taken 5,000 milligrams of niacin today.
The thing is, what they do, whatever they do, that's not.
But I'm making a
that has
complaint right
nothing
now.
to do
I'm
with
making a
us.
complaint right now. They just made a complaint. It has nothing to do with me.
It has to do about the whole trespassing. How we only see it.
We're not trespassing.
I'll still ask you that.
We don't know yet. Obviously, who I'm here for is the male that's over here, male Hispanic.
Correct.
And I'm pretty sure he's. I don't know.
He is going to get. He's probably yeah.
But he's here with you.
No. And even you guys is a misnomer. We're all here at the same time, but we are not.
What one person does, we're not.
I don't know if you're all together.
Correct.
You all-
We are not. I don't know this person. I don't. Before I came out here, we're all independent.
Yep.
Oh, God
I'm not saying
forbid.
that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you might know all.
I don't know anybody. I came out here by myself. I happen to.
We know all these people.
I don't know these people. We all have
I'm
a
not saying
very.
you know each other personally, but I'm just saying that there's certain groups.
Oh my God. Is this for
I
real?
don't know if you guys find it common. That's what I'm just saying. I'm not saying that you know him personally. I'm just saying that you know him personally. I'm just saying you guys come out here.
You know the guy that was sitting in the car with you, right? So what's that mean?
He's my partner.
Okay.
He's the partner I ride with for 9-hour shifts. I'll be back. You guys need me, I'll be back.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll be back too.
Yep.
No, that's what I'm saying. He stepped in, then they
From
told him.
now on,
Right.
never enter the
That's what I told
Nope.
him.
Only for 48 months.
They got a sign that says all access.
They can tell you when you walk in, they can tell you.
And then they tell you don't want to
Okay.
The sign said all access, walk in. So I walked in. Okay. And then they asked me to walk out. I walked out. That's it. And then don't go back in again.
Exactly.
I didn't go back in. That's it.
Exactly.
I didn't speak. He's stupid, but you only do it. You know? But look at I'm real serious, you know? And that thing, when you open that door, it has all like it for everyone. So, guess what? I'm all like this to everyone, and I am everyone.
Every business you can walk into,
Yep.
Yeah.
Private business.
you walk in, they're like, hey, you're not walking here, sir, you step out.
Okay, so you can't take. I didn't intrude
You did it.
because
But what happened was that he trespassed. He said, hey, you're not walking in.
So from now
Okay.
on, you can no longer enter the
Okay, look at he did not touch hands. He did not do nothing. He told me to leave. And I left. And what?
Just so you know, you have the right to remain silent. It might be a good idea about
By
this.
the way, just shut up. Just shut up right now.
If you want another shovel, we'll get you another shovel. You keep digging. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I'm so sorry that they
Alright, so just leave him alone
Again.
and get trespassed.
wasting,
You know what?
wasting,
You know what? I was trying to
always wasting police resources.
Yep.
the people line, but I make the people here my style.
Suggest you go to the
That's what I'm gonna do.
Agreed.
That big man, he scared the fuck out of me, bro. He scared the fuck out of me, dog.
Just go punch your
I
way.
am.
You know, if you want to protest, you can protest from my
No,
hair.
no,
and
I'm not gonna protest.
I
I'm
went into the
fuck
establishment.
out of here. 'Cause I want to live another day.
Why did you guys bring the rain? Go take the rain away. Go take the rain away.
You know what I'm saying? And that's Chicago.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, you too.
They're locking the doors again, right? So they let the police in. They had a nice conversation. They 100%. The guy did trespass and should not have. He overstepped some boundaries. But now that the police have left, they've locked the doors again.
Oh no, you good.
I think they just locked them. Oh, I'm sorry.
They didn't lock it down.
Oh, it was unlocked. It might have been that they unlocked them.
Right now, no, I know, but when you go up, then I like to do everything. That's why I went in there. I mean, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I think it was a very easy case this time. Hey, Scientology. Can you get a picture of the police in the background with the sign?
Yeah, you want me to take pictures?
No, just yeah. No. Oh, wait, yeah, we can do that too.
Oh yeah, 'cause I can always just send it to you. Here, let me back up. Here. Now I got the whole
Nice.
card. Oh my god. Now I got the whole card. Yeah, that's a great thumbnail. You guys missed it. You leave for 1 second and you guys missed it.
4 hours?
Cops came out there. One of the cops are still in there.
Oh.
They went back in. Yeah. I don't know why they went back in.
What happened?
Because they're taking a report. They have to take a report. One of the cops just doing that.
That's a foul. Oh, okay. I see that you misspelled it in the next one. Yep. Hey, we like that car. This afternoon, that was interesting. Those shades were open. Normally, I've not seen those shades open yet. Yeah. How about it? Oh. Natalie still got burnt biscuits on that donut problem. How long will it take you to get home tonight?
Oh, you're saying when are we leaving?
No, but where's the 4? Is he 420? Because it's strong right now. I mean, it's big time right now.
I'm pretty sure he is because he was ripping a vape earlier, and I can
Oh,
smell
okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you get that inside of a vape? You can. Oh, you can.
Yeah.
I'm sure you get THC or whatever or CBD.
Yeah, it comes with vapes, disposables, and whatnot.
Hey, if you let those guys go, the rain might leave.
Yeah, right.
Grated beans. Thank you. We'll remember that next time.
That's, you know what I want is like flashcard signs so that we can show those kinds of the old L. Ron Hubbard quotes.
Are you kidding me? I had your back.
Scientology is keeping that guy out of the popo. That guy's trying to get himself in the popo. Nice.
Hey, now you know. Now you know. The more you fuck around, the more you find out. The definition of the more you fuck around, the more you find out.
What's that fire now? Campus security. This is the woman that walked up to the 2 police officers that were down there earlier. Interesting. There's a person out in front of 717. Curious if it's Scientology or not. I remember this is Imprint, and we know that this is where they're birthing a lot of the staff members. And yeah, there's a person there, but he was, looks like he's just somebody trying to post up for the night. Head back over to the other side. Don't know if if you can see this, but it's starting to rain, so we might have to put the floppy hat on. going to reach into my bag of tricks and see if I can pull out a hat. Hey, there's still 6 of you here. Thank you so much. You're crazy for being here this late. But I definitely appreciate it. And you're looking at a brown door. Oops. Grab my hat. Just to keep the rain off me. Backpack back up here. I've got cables coming off of my battery. Jen, thanks for hanging in there. Bridge, Amy. Sally.
Oh, another one. Got another call, guys.
20 seconds.
It's 20 seconds.
That's a record, guys.
You're a bitch. Come on, take your bitch. Yes, you. Come on, take the bitch. Sorry. A bitch. Get back on the phone, Osa. Get back on the phone.
Can I have your name and badge number? Can I have your name? Can I have your name and badge number?
Have a good night.
Can I have your name and badge number?
Lopez, 545, sir.
Thank you. And you, sir? Name and badge number? Refusal to identify, 7294. We'll keep that in mind. Complaints will be coming in the morning. So we had the officer refuse to identify. We heard the one, Lopez, and he gave me the badge number, but the other one wouldn't give a badge number. By the way, whenever you guys are out here, and I'm not a king, I'm not anything, I'm just saying always get the name and badge number, and that way, if we know the time,
Right.
I can do a FOIA, and I can figure out what the call was for.
Okay.
Be polite and respectful, and by the way, they have to, well,
We
it's
have
not
to
a law,
ask for it.
it's a policy of the Chicago Police.
We have to ask for it.
No, they asked for it, but the other guy didn't give it out, right?
No, we're the jerks, Bridge. You didn't hear yesterday?
But we have it if it ever comes up.
Thank you, Patrick. Let me know if you see any other bits of water. Slightly.
Definitely have rain on the backside of the camera. Oh, you know what would be awesome? I might have a camera that would be able to see that those monitors from here.
That actually looks like lurch in the background.
It's like what?
Full on lurch from the movie.
Punchbug, I didn't chat with him much, but thanks for showing up.
I do understand that
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's policy, it's not law. And I will go ahead and lodge a complaint. These are all out of District 1, so they're at 18th Street and State Street. It turns out that they're also at 18th and Clark, but the The backside of the police station is a parking lot that falls onto Clark. The police station itself is on State Street. Yeah, I couldn't tell. I mean, they were a little pissy. The guy did turn around and he finally gave me the name and number, or his name and badge number. Thanks, Blunt. The reason I didn't ask the first two, I already have their name and badge number, so I just kind of keep a spreadsheet of that. And when I'm seeing, when I see the calls come out, I just want to get the list of reasons for the calls. And again, I think it's a hollow argument, but it's a list of documented calls to give to the alderman, a list of documented calls to give to a mayor. Yeah, I'm going to say that this is a place where I feel that many cops happen to be that way. I'll say these two came in right with their flak jackets and the black, dressed in all black, versus the others were in police blues.
I do. At the same time, you're at the top of my list.
So if you see that sign there, right, Dwight Brothers Pap Company, that used to say Dwight Brothers Paper Company. And again, we're in Printers Row, and that's one of the reasons why these are labeled as Dwight Lofts. Yeah, we tend to say, are you good with protecting child abusers? And, whoop, Sprint Tech, don't make a run in the rain. And their claim is, well, we don't know what they do. We don't know what they do in there. And so, we're telling you what they do in there, just like they tell you what we do, right? Yeah, there's a couple of neighborhoods up there that you got to be careful of, but you're right. Did they go parking garage? Parking garage or urban pantry? If they went in here, then they'll come out the door. That's that garage that exits on Polk. Or did they?
They're in the bodega.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha. Get some more cigarettes. Yeah, is the rain showing up on the camera or not? Or I still think that's kind of funny too. That right as they run past us, it's like you're not going to talk to us if you walk.
Yeah.
Why are you putting in the effort to run?
So online.
Good. And yeah, it's starting to come down a little bit more. It's still just a trickle, but or drizzle. Jen, it might be the lens, but it might be the photographer. So it's possible that I'm perfect. Tomorrow I'll go in and take the personality test and see what Scientology says. I will say that I spoke to a family member recently, and my family member is going to come down and go through the whole pitch. I've explained to him, give no personally identifying information, but just to kind of give me an understanding of. Excellent. Um, that's great to know, Jen. I will see. Well, I think after the chat, I can promote her. If I'm in StreamYard, I don't think that I can promote her while the chat is live. But I'll definitely let Ellie know, because usually I just let Ellie know to, hey, can you pull so and so in? And I appreciate it. By the way, uh, I kept on the statement that kept on showing up, right? But mods do a hell of a lot of work for free, and I definitely appreciate that. And what I know is that if something happens to me, I know that you guys are going to be on the phone calls to the nearest authorities, if possible, and I don't have to worry about what's going on in the chat. I can worry about what's going on in the street, and that helps me. It makes me feel very comfortable and confident about what's going on out here. Has the church helped you?
Call your family members. They miss you. It's never too late to leave a call. It's never too late. Never.
That's a good question. Not sure about that, Bridge. It does seem like everybody goes in there. Oh, what did on Saturday? I think they had the Chicago celebration for the birthday here. Or they replayed David's message here, and everybody had to put their phones away when they came in the org, because again, can't leak any film of all that stuff happening.
We're going to go around back really quick and see if they're going to go into the back.
Okay. Oh, here comes. How did he get out?
Wait, are you coming back?
It's very possible that the women might say that, hey, I feel, the woman might say, hey, I feel uncomfortable walking down the street. I'm sure he's coming back to give me the interview. Right? It's time for the interview now? Is it my chance to get the interview? Yeah, and I'm not sure. There were several things that I learned in that. And I did ask Ellie if she has the links. I have no problem if we want to post either the first or second session in the chat. I think they're very helpful, right, and very informative. It's great for the channel owners, because I didn't know, like, I do remember, like, on my first video, I tagged a comment, and I think I left it up for the entire time. But I didn't know that it obstructed her view, and that it caused other challenges. So. That I did not know. I'm not surprised. They definitely do use this locker when they come in every morning. The other one that I think is kind of interesting is that, well, every time they exit, right, they do have their phones in their pockets. So. All right, My mic's about to go down, and my
They
phone's about
did
to go
go
down.
in through the
So.
back. I told you we should have gone back there.
He's standing right there. Guys, they just walked around the block and then it's a good reason. That's another little.
Good seeing you guys. Keep in touch. Let me know when you're coming back out.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Get home safe.
Oh, sorry about that. Will do. Scientology, do you want your sign back? Thank you so much. I am going to head off. You guys stay safe.
You're heading out?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Nap
Be
time.
safe, okay?
I'm getting soaked. I will be safe. You as well.
Thank you.
You feel comfortable getting to wherever you need to get to?
I'm going to order an Uber.
Okay. Excellent.
Are you okay?
I am. Thank you.
Nice meeting
Good seeing you. Yep. Take care. All right, folks. I'm wet enough. Ready to shut down the stream. Most of my batteries are going low. The mic, yeah, my mic's going to cut out fairly soon. Really appreciate everybody staying with us this late. Definitely helps with the watch hours. If you're on the replay, and by the way, if you got to this point on the replay, wow. I will. Thank you so much, Fuzzy. And yeah, I'm going to put that on there just so that I can show it on the when I create the speed run of tonight. Nice. Good night to all of you. You get no tour tonight. Sorry. I have no desire to be walking around in the rain here. Night, Nance. Thank you. All right. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down here. I will probably see you all tomorrow morning. We'll be here for muster.